Hi guys, welcome again. In this lesson, we are finishing the unit and the last title. It is 10.3 using differently two statistics or datas using statistics to compare two distributions. What does it mean? It's we have right now two separate data, okay, and we need compare then that. So let's read. Suppose you have two sets of test marks or the heights of two groups of people, and how can you compare the two sets? One way is to find one or more of the averages and the range. The range will show which of the two sets of data is more spread out. So I want to show you with examples. And here these frequency tables show the mass of a group of girls and group of boys. We have two data, okay, here. It's first data, first statistic, and a second statistic or second data, and we need to compare that. It's, for example, the mass of girls, for example, in a classroom or at school. It's 100 girls, and we have how many guys? 110 guys or boys. Uh, Maybe you will say, Mister, we have the different number of between girls and boys. It's no problem because there we have, for example, seven separate groups, and there we have six separate groups. Maybe you will say that automatically, of course, boys mean or median is more than girls. No, it's not correct. Because when you will find the mean, you should of course divide it the number of boys or number of girls. Okay, that's why it's not changing. So where's my pen? Yes. And for example, look at this data first, girls mass. In first group, how many girls? 12 girls. The second group is 14, 20, 30, and 70 and 7. Am I right? The totally how many girls there are? We have 100 girls. And in masses in the first group, mass between 16 and 20. Okay, what's the mean or what's the average of first group's girls mass are? Mean is 18. Am I right? 16 plus 20 divided by 2, it's 18. And a second group, what's the average? It's 23. Yes, 23. And here, 28 and blah, blah, blah. So we know it's how can we compare that? For example, first of all, find the median, okay? Find the median. And for each group, first of all, girls group. What was the median? Median was middle value when you write in order, okay? Or, for example, here we have 100 girls, and the middle value is between 50 and 51st value. If you remember, it is the previous titles example it was, okay? So as you see here, this was calculated in worked example 10.2. If you remember the last lesson and the past lesson, we had learned it. So median was 31. Okay, 31. And the second group's median is how many boys there are? We have 110 boys, and the median is between the 55th and the 56th value. What is the mean of 110 is 55.5. Okay, from left side, let's calculate 55s or 55.5 student we need now. Okay, here we have 5 plus 18 is 23, plus 15 is 48. Am I right? 38, no, 43, and plus 18 is more than 55. That's why we should take from here between 31 and 35. Okay, so maybe we can take the between or mean of 31 and 35. So here, uh, the, here taken the most, how can I say, mass of boys in this group or in this, how can I say, mass. For example, if you remember in the last lesson, we have written the place of 35, we can write 35.5 or less than. Okay, so here also the 55th student in this group, from if you calculate from this side, it's included in 18. That's why you should take 35. Okay, the table shows that 56 boys have a mass of 35.5 or less than. Okay, less than, maximum 35. Okay, the median for the boys is 35.5 or 35. And what was the mean? Mean it's average. Yes, average. How can I calculate the average in these groups? Especially is mean is very important than median and model class. If I want to ask you what's the model class of these groups, of course between 31 and 35, and here of course between 36 and 40. And the most important terms are, first of all, mode, and the secondly, mean. Okay, if you know these two terms perfectly, I mean, it's enough for you. The median and the range is not important, like these terms. So mean was, for example, in the first group, how can we find the mean? First of all, find the mean of kilograms or mass and multiply the number of kilos and plus the next group's uh, average plus next group's average. And what was the end of the operation? What did we do? We divide by 2 how many? The number of frequency or number of kilos. It is 100, for example. If you remember, it was the last units example, as you see here written. This was the calculating worked example 10.2. Using the midpoints of the classes gives 3,765 divided by 110. Sorry, it's boys, mean of boys. The first one, it was 30.4 kilograms means, okay? And calculate, and after then, the end of the operation divide by the number of kilos, you'll find that 30.4. And the mean of boys is 34.2. Which one is bigger? Of course, 34.2. And what was the, yes, in here, the median and the mean both showed that on average, the mass of girls is about 4 kilograms less than the mass of the boy. What was the range? Is girls between 20 and 30. This was also calculated in the worked example 10.2. Okay, so, okay. And the range of the boys between 25 and 35. Why? Because, first of all, we need the largest, how can I say, largest mass. It is between 55.5 and a minus the place of 16, we can write the 15.5 in decimal form. The difference of 15.5 and 50.5 is 35, and 60 46 and the 0.5 minus 20.5, it's also 25 to us. Okay, the range of the boys mass is estimated to be about 5 kilograms more than the girls mass. Okay, there's two examples. This table shows the goals scored by Juventus and AC Milan in each match in the Italian Serie A, not Premier League, in the 2010 and 11 season. Okay, 9 years ago. Maybe that's time the name of the Premier, sorry, Serie A maybe it was Premier League. Okay, so we have there are two separate data. Okay, we have two, how can I say, teams, the name of teams here, Juventus and AC Milan. Okay, the number of matches, how many matches they had played, for example, 5 plus, 8 plus, 14 plus, 6 plus, 3 plus, and blah 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 plus 1. The match of Juventus is 38. Okay, 38. And also the matches of AC Milan also 38. Okay, how can compare that? Compare the average number of goals per match scored by each team. Okay, let's calculate. First of all, find the mean of each team. How can I find it? Of course, for example, the Juventus. 5 times 0 and plus 8 times 1 plus 2 times 14 plus 3 times 6, blah, 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 plus. And end of the operation, what will we do? Divided by how many matches, the number of matches. It was 38. Okay, when you calculate it, you'll find 2.05 for each game or per match, okay, for Juventus. And the second team is Milan. 9 times 1, sorry, 0 is 9, 0. 0 plus 9 is 9. 9 plus 18 is 27, plus blah, 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 blah. It has got also 37 games or 38 games. And divided by, so what will find it? 78 divided by, no, 59, yes, 59 goals divided by how many games? It was 38 games. And the answer is 1.55 per match or per game. Okay, so the team of Juventus is 2.05, and also second team it was 1.55. And next example, these are the heights of two groups of children measured to the nearest centimeter. Okay, it's heights of two groups, as you see, boys and girls. In the first group, we have 4 boys. In the first group, girls also 4. The second group, 10, 10, blah, blah, blah. And how many boys and girls? Let's calculate them. There we have 24, 38, or 36, sorry, yes. 26 and 36. Okay, in the first group, we have 36. Where's my pen? In the first group, or the number of boys is 36. Am I right? Yes. And girls, sorry, today my pen is not working. That's why I'm so sorry. And the number of girls is 17 plus 20 is 37. 37 plus 22 is 59. 59 plus 21 is 80. The second group's number is 80, and the first group is 36. Girls more than boys in here. So what was the question? What is the difference between the average heights of the boys and girls? Give a reason for your answer. So first of all, if you want, you can find the mean of the heights, okay? What's the height? What's the average height is 122, am I right? When you plus them and divide by 2, you'll find 122. Okay, what's the second group's height is 127. After that, when you multiply it by 4, and plus next group's average plus third group's average and blah blah blah. And when you divide by 36, you will find each guy's height. Am I right? Yes. And a second group also, when you find the first of all the mean of heights, okay, the average of heights, and multiply the number of girls, and plus for the next group also we'll calculate like this, and as third group also, and finally you will divide it by what was the number of girls? It was 80. Am I right? Yes, 80. You will find also each girl's height. Let's do it together. I want to help you. I have a calculator. So the number of boys was 36, okay, 36. And what was the mean of first group's height is 122. Am I right? Times 4, 488. And plus next group's height is 127 times the number of boys is 10. The answer is 1270 plus and the third group's height of average of heights is 132. 32 divided by times number of guys is 10 is 1320 and plus uh, 142 times 2 4 is equal to 568 plus 1 2 3 4, and what was I mean I left this group 137 times 5 6 137 times 6 is equal to 822 plus and last one 147 times 2 is equal to 294. Okay, when I add all values, okay, all numbers, let's add all numbers. 4 plus 170 and plus 1320 plus 568 plus 822 plus 29 and 4 and divided by what was the number of boys? It was 36. I mean, my calculator is working. So sorry, there's some problem. Okay, I hope you'll understand because really I haven't seen right now. I haven't. How can I say? My pen. I lost it. That's why I cannot write it. But yes, now we'll try it. The average of these two groups, okay, 122 times 4 plus second group plus blah 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 blah. End of the operation, you'll divide by the number of boys. It was 36. Am I right? 36. Okay. And the next group, the number of girls was 80. It was 80. When you calculate the end of the operation, you'll see which one is more than others, or which one is less than others mass. What's the difference between the average heights of the boys and the girls? Your reason for your answer. Okay. So for today, it's enough. I want to send you homework by EduPage. Please follow it. Thank you for your attention.